confused in it. So like pockets having their own culture and expression that's true to them, that's the foundation of what we do this for. Like we do this so, and it doesn't matter, we have, people say, Eminem came and gave him, welcome you into what it's like to live in a trailer park. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really had touched that style of hip hop, before then. And he put a spin on it and gave it, its creativity, gave it like, showmanship, gave it its, just a very high level of lyrical content with that kind of brought you into that world. He also gave it some comedy and some shock value and a whole bunch of other things, but he did put a lot of different things together to bring you into that world. And I think that's what we have to stay true to. That's what when I tell, young people when I'm talking to them and giving them advice, it's always be you, bring them to you. Like, stop trying to re-engineer, like, stop trying to reverse engineer people to like you, where it's like, oh, well, they like this music, so I'm going to make music like this. No, create what makes sense to you, create what's authentic to you, and put your twist on it, put your nuances on it, show them the very small details of when you're in the house, this is the crack that's running down the wall right here in this house. Like, give them the very fine details and bring them in to see your vision. I think that's everything in this culture, and it's a lost art these days. But I think we're gonna get back to it eventually, to where people are brave enough to be them versus trying to be what somebody else is or being what's popular.
That's so well stated there, Lyrikill, with that bravery, right? And using the example of Eminem, and then when he first started, it was Slim Shady. When he came in, it was this alter ego of Slim Shady. And as you were saying, being authentic to himself, especially as a white person coming into a black dominated culture, his authenticity, and then creating that movie 8 Mile, and with all of his music and using different ways to portray the shock value and such, he was still not only able to make himself a lane, but to also be considered a legend. And still be able to rock the mic and use his talent and synthesis. And you were talking, the word synthesize popped into my mind because it's exactly what you said, where you take your experiences and then what you're seeing over here, mix it together to create something new. And that we can't lose that. Like, if we lose that and we're just, like you say, remanufacturing the same thing over and over again, then it becomes lost. And we lose that grid tradition. We lose those innate traditions